Alana, Honey Boo Boo, daughter of Mama June, discusses their relationship following allegations of theft. Mama June's daughter is embracing forgiveness, stating, "You only live once." Alana, Honey Boo Boo, Thompson is prepared to move on from her mother's unauthorized withdrawal of several $1,000s from her Coogan account. Mama June's daughter demonstrates an act of forgiveness as the reality star discloses her decision to pursue a healthier approach to her weight loss journey. Alana disclosed details regarding her relationship with Mama June following allegations of financial theft. Alana conveyed that, notwithstanding the adverse incident, their relationship is presently in a favorable state, asserting, "We're pretty good. Like, we're in a good spot right now." She further underscored the necessity of progressing beyond previous issues, stating, "I guess you only live once. I mean, you can't mourn over the same thing forever." Alana stated later in the interview that her mother had commenced the repayment of a portion of the funds withdrawn from her Coogan account. The 19-year-old hinted that a scenario in the forthcoming season of Mama June, Family Crisis, depicts her mother presenting her with a substantial check for her difficulties. In a recent interview, Alana disclosed that Mama June had refunded the $35,000 she received for her participation in Dancing with the Stars in 2018. Alana articulated her dissatisfaction, asserting that she has not yet received any compensation for her role in TLC's Here Comes Honey Boo Boo from 2012 to 2014. She contemplated June's previous battles with addiction, remarking, "During her darkest moments, I consistently envisioned the day she would achieve recovery." Fortunately, June has maintained sobriety for almost 5 years now. According to In Touch, Alana stated that although their relationship is enhancing, she has chosen to regulate her expectations, anticipating further advancement. During Season 6 of Mama June, Family Crisis, Alana and her sister Lauren Pumpkin effort uncovered that the child star possessed merely $33,000 in an account they expected to hold 6 figures. In a March 2024 episode, Alana expressed her apprehensions on the necessity of recovering her missing funds, having been involved in the reality television sphere since although Mama June first refuted allegations of appropriating Alana's funds, she ultimately conceded to withdrawing a portion of the money, asserting that it was utilized to maintain Alana throughout her upbringing. The reality star emphasized that Alana has been overseeing her finances since the age of 12, underscoring her ability to be self-sufficient. Last year, The Blast stated that Alana, recognized from Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, was managing her relationship with her boyfriend, Drawlin Carswell, with whom she had been in a 4-year relationship. Although Carswell had a strong desire to initiate a family and aspired to have several children, Alana harbored reservations about parenthood at this juncture. The couple is said to cohabit as she gets her neonatal nursing degree in Denver. The reality personality articulated her dedication to pursuing her studies prior to contemplating motherhood. She indicated a preference to postpone discussions about starting a family until after graduation. While she is receptive to the prospect of having one child in the future, she unequivocally asserts that she does not wish to have children while she remains in school. Alana stated, "I can compromise and have one child. One and done. That's final," when inquired about her desired number of children in the future. Although she was unprepared for motherhood, the college student openly commended her boyfriend's admirable qualities. She characterized him as helpful and compassionate, noting his encouragement for her to maintain focus on her academics, particularly during challenging times with her grades. Alana recognized that his presence in her life provides her with support, declaring, "He's my boyfriend and my best friend." Her family also expressed favorable sentiments regarding Carswell, confirming that he has become an essential part of their lives during the past 4 years. Alana's sister, Lauren, commended him and his family, while another sister, Jessica, emphasized their inseparability, stating, "If you see Alana, you see Drawlin." Nevertheless, despite her family's endorsement of Carswell as the one, a lingering worry persists over Alana. The reality star has apparently been non-committal, expressing concern about the future yet remaining hopeful. Alana underwent a huge shift by relocating from Georgia to Colorado to commence her collegiate career. According to The Blast, despite her significant relocation, the 19-year-old asserts that she misses nothing about Georgia. Georgia occupies a crucial role in her history, and her background as a kid reality star provides her with a sense of humor. She humorously contemplated becoming identified as Honey Boo Boo in her latter years, envisioning admirers requesting photographs in a nursing home. Alana rose to prominence through TLC's Toddlers and Tiaras, captivating the world with her assertive catchphrase, Honey Boo Boo Child, and featured in other reality shows with her amusing family. Contemplating her abrupt ascent to fame, she confesses her bewilderment regarding the origin of her emblematic phrase, stating, "Even now, I cannot elucidate what I was thinking when I uttered, Honey Boo Boo Child." Alana's choice to pursue nursing is driven by a purpose shaped by her experiences, which have redirected her attention towards assisting others. One of these is observing her deceased sister Anna's struggle with cancer. The empathetic care Anna experienced from her caregivers motivated Alana to embark on a nursing career, with the intention of becoming a helpful presence for individuals in need. Nonetheless, the June evening in Georgia was humid, the type that adheres to your skin like unwelcome memories. The Shannon family assembled, with reluctance, at Pumpkin's residence, a humble two-story dwelling featuring an unkempt lawn and a porch swing that creaked under the burden of more than mere bodies. This evening was not intended for informal gatherings or Sunday dinners. It pertained to verities and accounting. June Shannon, known as Mama June, perched on the edge of the floral-patterned couch, her hands anxiously twisting the rings on her fingers. Her blonde hair was arranged in a disheveled bun, and her pronounced makeup scarcely concealed the guilt in her eyes. Opposite her stood Lauren, Pumpkin, effort, arms crossed, with a fierce intensity in her gaze. At 24, she had assumed the role of matriarch for a family she had not intended to nurture. She had nurtured her younger sister, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson, throughout June's struggles with addiction, rehabilitation, and her efforts at redemption. The dam was on the verge of rupture. "I will no longer embellish the truth, Mother," Pumpkin declared, her voice quivering with the weight of years suppressed. "You were absent. You abandoned us. Alana and I had to resolve the matter in your absence. And now you return, expecting us to behave as if nothing transpired?" June's eyes filled with tears. "I did not intend to cause you any harm. I was unwell. You prioritized drugs over your children," Pumpkin exclaimed. "You selected men who caused you pain instead of girls who cherished you. I had to acquire the skills to manage finances, fulfill maternal responsibilities, and navigate child protective services, all prior to my 20th birthday." Alana, seated silently next to Pumpkin, brushed a tear from her cheek. She was nearly 17, yet the anguish of desertion persisted, enveloping her like a shadow. She was a kid prodigy, the Honey Boo Boo of her era. But beneath the veneer of celebrity and memorable lines, a young girl wept herself to slumber. June Shannon rose gradually. "I acknowledge my error. I am unable to reverse that action. However, I am present at this moment. I aspire to improve." Pumpkin negated with a shake of her head. "Being present does not negate your past actions. I do not require your perfection. I require your honesty. Unwavering. If you wish to rejoin this family, you must earn your place." Silence enveloped the space akin to mist. Josh, Pumpkin's husband, leaned in from the kitchen doorway. "This family may achieve healing, but only if we cease the pretense of being well when we are not." Mama June resumed her seat, more gently this time. "Then let us cease the pretense," she stated. "Let us converse. Engage in genuine conversation. Shout at me. Provide me with all the information. I will accept it. I am indebted to you for that." Alana ultimately articulated her thoughts. "I do not require your perfection, either, Mother. I require assurance that you will not flee again." A prolonged silence. June extended her hand nervously. "I shall not," she stated. "Once more." Pumpkin exhibited hesitation. She then nodded, revealing a slight fissure in her facade. "We shall observe." Thunder rumbled in the distance. A storm was approaching. Yet perhaps, this time, the Shannon family would endure it together. Nevertheless, The Georgia sun descended over the pine trees as Lauren, Pumpkin, Shannon sat on the front porch of her little abode, rocking gently, with her son Bentley cooing softly in her arms. Life had been tranquil since the tumult of her childhood. Television crews, flashing cameras, and the incessant clamor of controversy had receded into the background. Her sole desire at this moment was tranquility. And for her mother, Mama June Shannon, to ultimately comprehend its significance. The text message arrived shortly before sunset. Gino is no longer involved. I am considering another attempt. He claims to have transformed. Pumpkin's grip on her phone intensified. Her chest ached with the familiar amalgamation of treachery and fatigue. Gino. The name itself resembled a splinter she was unable to extract. Memories surged forth. Nights when June vanished unexpectedly. The manner in which Gino's alcoholism transformed their residence into a war zone. The occasion when his shouting prompted the neighbors to summon the police. Pumpkin established a boundary, unequivocally stating, Gino or us. Mama June was not an immoral individual. Pumpkin was aware of that. She had observed her mother's affection, her mirth, and the manner in which she baked cupcakes for Alana's school fundraisers. However, the arrival of Gino altered the situation. It transcended the substances and the apprehensions. It was the manner in which June ceased to perceive her children. Pumpkin had reared her younger sister, known to the public as Honey Boo Boo, during those tumultuous years. She assisted her with homework, dried her tears, and accompanied her to therapy. Alana occasionally experienced nightmares. Gino's voice raised in exclamation. Doors crashing shut. June weeping in the restroom. They had endured. In unison. When June dispatched that message, it seemed like a profound betrayal of what they had experienced together. That evening, Pumpkin contacted her mother. She refrained from shouting. Her voice was unwavering yet fatigued. Mother, if you are indeed returning to him, I require you to listen to me. You are not permitted to associate with me or my children. You are not visiting Alana. I care for you, yet I refuse to witness your self-destruction once more. I will not permit you to bring us down with you. A prolonged hush ensued on the opposite end of the telephone. June's voice quivered. I assumed you would be pleased that I am making another attempt. He claims to be sober now. Pumpkin remained unperturbed. He mentioned that previously, recall? Subsequently, you were absent for 3 weeks. I informed Alana that you were at a spa. I fabricated this statement to save her feelings. I have ceased to deceive. I am your mother, June murmured. I am now a mother as well, Pumpkin remarked, looking down at Bentley, who was asleep in her lap. This entails safeguarding my children, even from you. Several weeks elapsed. June remained unresponsive. There were neither calls nor SMS. Speculation proliferated online and in media, however Pumpkin remained reticent. Her existence encompassed diaper changes, toddler outbursts, nocturnal embraces with Alana, and profound discussions with her husband Josh over the implications of disrupting a generational cycle. One day, Alana returned home from school more subdued than normal. Did Mama June genuinely select him over us? She inquired, her voice diminutive. Pumpkin positioned herself adjacent to her. I am uncertain whether she perceives it as a choice. However, we possess the right to safeguard our tranquility. That is not incorrect. Alana acquiesced, suppressing her emotions. I simply long for her presence. I concur, Pumpkin acknowledged. At times, love entails recognizing when to release someone until they are prepared to return in a healthy state. 3 months later, a letter was delivered to the mailbox. The mail was handwritten, its script unsteady yet recognizable. It originated in June. Esteemed Lauren, you were correct. Concerning all matters. I believed I possessed control, however I did not. Gino remains unchanged. I lost myself once more, and I nearly lost you permanently. I am unworthy of your pardon. Yet, I am returning to rehabilitation. Neither for him nor for you. For my benefit, kindly inform Alana of my affection for her. I long for my female companions. I will improve. I assure you that I will this time. Affection, mother. Pumpkin perused it once. Conversely, she was uncertain whether it was yet another addition to a lengthy catalog of unfulfilled promises, yet there was an aspect to it that felt distinctly different. She meticulously folded the letter, deposited it in a drawer, and gazed out the window at the descending sun. Nonetheless, the sweltering July afternoon in Georgia marked the resurgence of instability inside the Shannon household. Pumpkin, Lauren Shannon, was attempting her optimal to manage the home. As Mama June continues to confront her tumultuous decisions and addiction recovery, the responsibility of maintaining family cohesion has predominantly rested on Pumpkin's youthful shoulders. She had children to rear, obligations to fulfill, and her adolescent sister Alana, more often referred to as Honey Boo Boo, to discipline. However, the house has not felt natural recently. An anomaly was present. Jessica, Pumpkin's elder sibling, had exhibited peculiar behavior for some weeks. Her presence had been infrequent. While at home, she incessantly used her phone, smiling at messages, vanishing for hours, and returning late. She had consistently been the adventurous one, although this instance felt distinct, more clandestine. Whenever she spoke, the subject invariably pertained to herself. Concerning the new female student, her name was Brooklyn, and she possessed striking beauty, model-like, TikTok-renowned, and audacious. She possessed tattoos, a platinum blonde pixie hairstyle, and a captivating giggle that resonated in Jessica's memory long after her departure. They encountered each other at a Pride event in Atlanta, and from that instant, Jessica had been infatuated. What is the issue? Brooklyn posed difficulties. All could perceive it except for Jessica. On a Friday night, Pumpkin attempted to settle the children for bed when Jessica abruptly entered the house, her lips engorged and her eyes clouded with adrenaline. "She is relocating," Jessica stated, breathless. "Who is relocating?" Pumpkin inquired, extinguishing the stove. "Brooklyn," Jessica smiled. "She will remain here." Pumpkin gazed at her sister, astonished. "Did you bring her here? To my residence? Accompanied by the children?" Jessica was indifferent. She believed she was in love. Alana, now 15 and brimming with attitude, entered the kitchen with determination. "Ugh, is that so? That female individual? She attempted to get me to covertly use a vape during a TikTok live session." "She is not that way," Jessica retorted. "She is merely misinterpreted." However, Brooklyn exhibited such characteristics. In a matter of days, the house descended into anarchy. Brooklyn celebrated till 2 a.m., invited dubious acquaintances, and once engaged in a heated altercation with Pumpkin's spouse, Josh. Mama June was absent once more. All individuals experienced stress. Subsequently, the event transpired. Jessica has disappeared. She had not returned home for 2 nights. Her phone redirected immediately to voicemail. Brooklyn asserted her ignorance of her whereabouts, however her accounts continued to fluctuate. Pumpkin experienced a state of panic. She contacted Mama June, who responded drowsily from Florida, partially inebriated. "June, your daughter is unaccounted for. Assistance is required." However, June only muttered about permitting Jessica to lead her own life. "She has matured," she articulated with difficulty. "No," Pumpkin replied, suppressing tears. "She is in distress." Assisted by Alana, who had covertly captured pictures of Brooklyn's Instagram stories, they pinpointed Jessica's last known whereabouts to a dubious Airbnb in Macon. Upon arrival, Pumpkin and Josh discovered Jessica asleep, apparently having succumbed to a combination of medications and drink. Brooklyn was absent. Jessica was captivated, not alone in a physical sense, but also emotionally and mentally. She had been thrust into an unfamiliar realm characterized by insincere affection, fleeting excitement, and genuine peril. The family, though devastated, was endeavoring to reconstruct their lives at home. Jessica freely admitted herself to rehabilitation. Mama June ultimately appeared, appearing healthier yet still replete with justifications. Alana vigilantly monitored her sister, despite contending with high school turmoil and her own want to break free from the destructive cycle. The cameras operated continuously throughout the duration. The crisis was genuine, yet so was the underlying love. Despite their flaws, they remained the Shannon family, boisterous, chaotic, and indelible. Jessica's recuperation was protracted, and Brooklyn ultimately vanished from social media following allegations of influencing several young ladies in analogous manners. However, a lesson developed for the family from the entire experience: love can obscure one's judgment. However, family may restore you. Greetings, esteemed viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Zara, and I hope your day is going splendidly. If you like the video, please remember to subscribe to the channel.